Hello! Welcome to our channel. We're glad you joined us today. We hope you'll enjoy our journey into the story of A House of Dynamite. If this piece of work inspires you, then please like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and share it with your family and friends. Your support will encourage us to work on more expeditions. Now let's begin with a thought. Imagine stepping into a place that looks like a normal house from the outside quietstreet.com neighborhood. Nothing unusual, but the moment you walk in, the clock starts ticking. Beneath the floorboards, behind the walls, above the ceiling, every corner is wired with explosives. Every step you take matters. Every breath you draw might be your last. Netflix's A House of Dynamite doesn't just tell a story, it traps you inside it. It pulls you into a world where fear is a constant companion and survival becomes a minute-to-minute calculation. Viewers around the world have been hooked not just because of the danger, but because of the psychological maze the film forces us into. What would you do if the house you thought was safe suddenly turned into the deadliest puzzle of your life? Before the main breakdown begins, let's set the stage. A House of Dynamite dropped on Netflix with a burst of suspense, becoming a quick pick for thriller lovers who enjoy high-tension, closed-room mysteries. The film introduces us to a group of strangers, each with their own secrets, fears, and past mistakes pooled into the same house for reasons they don't fully understand. As the camera follows them, you begin noticing something unsettling. The way the house almost breathes, the way the walls seem to listen, the way silence becomes louder than any scream. The charm of this movie is that it doesn't waste time. From the first few minutes, you can feel the anxiety climbing into your spine, hinting that every character who walks through that door is stepping deeper into a carefully designed trap. In today's video, we'll take you through this tense experience, step by step, how the story begins, how the mystery unfolds, what the clues mean, and why the ending hits so hard. We'll explore the psychological tension, the symbolic moments, and the hidden details that most viewers miss on their first watch. So stay with us till the end, because the twist in this movie isn't just surprising. It completely reshapes everything you thought you understood about the characters and the house itself. Let's dive into it. The movie begins by immersing us into an environment that feels ordinary at first glance but grows increasingly unsettling the longer you observe it. The opening scene of A House of Dynamite doesn't rely on loud scares or sudden shocks. Instead, it builds tension through atmosphere, quiet hallways, dusty furniture, and a house that looks frozen in time. The camera pans slowly across the rooms, giving us lingering shots of objects that seem harmless but somehow feel placed with intention, like they're waiting for something to happen. As the first character steps inside, the audience instantly senses that the house itself might as well be a living, breathing organism. Windows are sealed tight, doors creak just a little too softly, and the air carries an eerie stillness that raises questions before the story even begins to reveal them. Small visual clues start appearing: an unusual scratch on the wall, a hidden wire that disappears into the floorboards, a faint ticking sound that blends into the background. These elements might seem insignificant if you're not paying attention, but the film cleverly uses them to foreshadow the chaos that is coming. This early portion of the movie sets the emotional tone: tense, claustrophobic, and uncertain. Every shot feels like a breadcrumb leading you deeper into a puzzle, urging you to wonder what the characters are walking into. Instead of showing the danger immediately, the film allows the fear to creep in naturally, like a shadow stretching across the room. By the time the characters realize something is wrong, the viewers have already sensed it long before them, which makes the unfolding suspense even more powerful. The house doesn't just set the stage, it becomes a stage, the antagonist, and the beating heart of everything that follows. As the characters begin to enter the house, the story shifts its focus from the setting to the individuals who unknowingly walk into the trap. Each character arrives with a distinct personality, shaped by their past experiences, fears, and flaws. The film introduces them gradually, so that the audience has time to understand who they are and what drives them. There's the calm thinker who tries to observe before acting, the anxious follower who immediately clings to others for assurance, the skeptical outsider who believes everything is a setup, and the confident risk-taker who steps forward even when the danger is unclear. Their interactions from the very beginning reveal a lot about the roles they will play later in the story. Some characters seem strangely drawn to the house, as if facing something familiar. Others appear uneasy, showing early signs that they might break under pressure. The beauty of this section is in how naturally the tension rises through their conversations. Small disagreements spark among them about why they were invited, whether the house is safe, and what exactly they're supposed to do there. These seemingly minor conflicts later explode into life-or-death decisions. The camera frequently isolates characters in close-up shots, highlighting their internal fears and hinting that each one is carrying a secret. The film also uses subtle foreshadowing during this segment. Someone hesitates at the doorway a second too long. Another character's eyes widen as if recognizing something inside the house. A third touches a particular object, unaware of its significance. These clues don't make sense immediately, but they become crucial later. By the time all the characters are inside, the audience already senses that this group didn't end up here by coincidence. They're connected by something unseen, and that invisible thread is about to get pulled tight. The tension escalates significantly when the characters first discover what the house truly is: an intricate death trap, wired with explosives in every direction. The revelation doesn't happen all at once. Instead, it unfolds through a series of heart-stopping moments. It begins when one character notices an unusual bulge beneath the wallpaper. As they peel it away, the camera zooms in on a thick red wire snaking across the wall, disappearing into holes drilled directly into the wooden structure. Confusion turns into panic when they find more wires under the floorboards, wrapped around beams, and hidden behind furniture. Suddenly, someone hears a faint ticking. They freeze. The camera follows the sound as it leads them to a device carefully mounted behind a panel, small, metallic, and undeniably lethal. When they attempt to move, the floor shifts slightly, revealing pressure plates hidden under tiles. A single misstep could blow the entire place scot. What follows is a series of tense, fast-paced discoveries. Motion-triggered sensors, tripwires disguised as threads, and rooms rigged with explosives so sensitive that even a slammed door could activate the system. Fear ripples through the group as they realize they are trapped inside a massive bomb waiting to detonate. The psychological pressure begins to twist their reactions. Some freeze in paralysis, others lash out in frustration, and a few try desperately to stay calm and think clearly. The film uses sound design brilliantly. Hirsoto ticking, low beat vibrations, and an undercurrent of trembling silence do mimic the sensation of being inside a ticking time bomb. The closer they look, the worse it gets. Every wall hides a secret. Every object could be part of the trap. Every moment counts, and most importantly, they know that they can't make even a single mistake. Things take a dramatic turn when the group realizes they are not just trapped, they are part of a game engineered by an unseen mastermind. A distorted voice crackles through an old speaker system embedded in the house, laying out the rules in a tone that feels both calm and deadly. The message is simple: cooperate, reveal the truth, and survive, or lie. Fight, and let the house finish the job. From here, the psychological battle truly begins. Each character responds differently to the situation. The natural leader tries to keep everyone together and encourage rational thinking, while the coward retreats emotionally, unwilling to make any difficult decisions. The selfish one immediately starts calculating who they can sacrifice to save themselves. The empathetic character tries to mediate, attempting to keep hope alive. These contrasting reactions create a dynamic that feels painfully real, human nature exposed under extreme pressure. The house, meanwhile, responds to their choices. When they argue, a wire glows brighter. When they panic, a sensor beeps. When they lie, the ticking grows louder. It becomes clear that the antagonist is watching every move, listening to every word, and manipulating the situation from the shadows. Symbolism begins to surface. The house represents their guilt. The explosives symbolize their past mistakes, and the game forces them to confront their darkest truths. The idea is terrifying yet clever. The only way to survive is to be honest, but honesty might destroy relationships within the group. As alliances form and break apart, trust becomes the rarest commodity in the entire house. What began as confusion transforms into desperation as they realize that the game is not about escaping the house, it's about surviving each other. The middle of the film delivers a heavy punch through a sudden turning point that shifts everything. After a tense argument about which path to take, The group decides to split momentarily to explore 2 rooms simultaneously. This choice proves fatal. One team opens a door slightly too forcefully, triggering a chain of vibrations that travel through the floor, activating a hidden device. In a split second, one of the characters is caught in the blast, small but violent, sending shockwaves of fear through the rest of the group. The explosion doesn't destroy the house, but it kills just enough to make the threat terrifyingly real. The character's death is not shown graphically, but the aftermath hits hard emotionally. Their belongings scatter on the floor, their voice is gone, and the group realizes that each wrong choice brings them closer to the same fate. The sense of unity begins to crumble. Accusations fly, guilt spreads, and everyone tries to blame someone else for making the wrong move. The leader tries to regain control, insisting that they must stay calm and think, but the panic has already seeped into the group's core. The film uses this moment to reset the stakes. Time becomes more precious. Every room feels more dangerous than the last. Even breathing feels heavier. The ticking of the explosives seems louder now, almost echoing through the walls as a reminder that their window of survival is shrinking rapidly. This turning point also reveals hidden pieces of the mystery. In the aftermath, a clue is discovered near the blast Titan object, a symbol or a message that hints at a connection between the dead character and the mastermind behind the trap. Suddenly, the group begins to question not just how to escape, but why they were brought here in the first place. As tensions rise, the film shifts into revealing glimpses of the characters' pasts, tying together the mystery behind why they were chosen. Through a series of subtle flashbacks and cleverly placed hints, the backstory begins to take shape. Each flashback is brief, almost like a memory. The characters try to suppress moments of betrayal, lies, accidents, crimes, or unresolved guilt. None of them are fully innocent. One might have caused an accident they covered up. Another may have betrayed a friend for personal gain. Someone else might have ruined a life through manipulation. These fragments are woven into the present narrative, not just as dramatic reveals, but as explanations for the house itself. The mastermind didn't pick random victims. They selected people whose past actions created a chain of suffering. The house becomes a metaphor for accountability. The dynamite represents the consequences they tried to avoid. With each memory reveal, the characters become more emotionally unstable. Guilt resurfaces, hidden connections between them start to emerge. Maybe 2 characters unknowingly crossed paths years ago. Maybe one person's actions indirectly harmed another without either of them realizing it, until now. The revelations make trust even harder. Why would you trust someone who might have caused the pain that resulted in this very situation? The film brilliantly ties the past to the present by making every memory affect the decisions they make while navigating the house. The antagonist's motives grow clearer to not simple revenge, but a twisted sense of justice. In the mastermind's eyes, the house is a courtroom, and the explosives are the verdict. By the end of this section, viewers realize the film isn't just about physical traps. It's about emotional ones too, crafted from guilt, regret, and the truths they never confronted. As the climax approaches, the surviving characters realize they must put aside their fear and work together if they want even the slightest chance of escaping. The house has pushed them to the edge mentally, physically, and emotionally, and now the only option left is a bold, desperate plan. They retrace every step, analyze every room, and revisit every clue they previously overlooked. Small details suddenly become significant. A loose floorboard that hides a control wire, a mirror that reflects a pattern on the wall, a scribble of numbers that seemed random earlier but now match a sequence they discovered. Piece by piece, they start assembling a strategy to disable or bypass at least part of the explosive system. The suspense in this segment is masterfully crafted. The camera stays close to the characters' faces, capturing the fear in their eyes and the trembling in their hands. Every movement feels risky. Every second feels borrowed. They must communicate precisely. One wrong word or one rushed action could detonate the entire house. As they work together, the emotional stakes intensify. They acknowledge past mistakes, confront buried truths, and accept the gravity of what brought them here. Some characters begin to redeem themselves, while others reveal their true colors under pressure. Sacrifice becomes a theme. At least one character volunteers to take on the most dangerous part of the plan, knowing they may not survive it. The sense of urgency builds as the house starts. Reacting lights flicker, sensors activate, distant clicking noises echo through the walls. Time is running out. The final escape attempt is not just about breaking free from the house. It's about reclaiming control over their lives and refusing to let their past define their fate. As they initiate the plan, the tension reaches its peak, setting the stage for the final twist. The final twist of A House of Dynamite delivers an emotional shockwave that redefines the entire film. After the group executes their risky plan, it appears for a moment that escape is possible. The final door creaks open, sunlight spills in, and hope surges through them. But just when they think they've outsmarted the mastermind, the truth is revealed. Someone among them was not a victim, but a planted participant. The twist exposes that this character had been working with the mastermind all along, observing the group from the inside, guiding certain decisions, and ensuring that the psychological pressure unfolded exactly as planned. Their motives vary depending on interpretation. Perhaps guilt drove them to cooperate, or fear, or a desire for revenge disguised as justice. Their betrayal recontextualizes earlier scenes, moments where they hesitated, moments where they seemed unusually calm, moments where they guided the group towards certain rooms. The surviving characters are stunned, and the emotional blow hits harder than any explosive. But the twist doesn't end there. The mastermind reveals through a final recorded message that the house was never meant to kill them, it was designed to expose them. Survive, and you face your truth. Fail, and you face your consequences. The explosives, while very real, were also symbolic. A representation of how destructive hidden guilt can be. The ending is intentionally ambiguous. Some survivors make it outside but collapse from exhaustion and shock. The betrayer disappears into the chaos, and the house stands silent behind them, as if satisfied with the secrets it has extracted. As the final shot zooms out, viewers are left questioning not only who deserved to survive, but whether the mastermind's twisted sense of justice had a point. The twist forces the audience to reevaluate everything from character motivations to moral choices, a haunting conclusion that lingers long after the movie ends. As we reach the end of this intense journey through A House of Dynamite, one thing becomes clear. This film isn't just about traps, explosions, or suspense. It's about the human mind's fears, its failures, its buried memories, and its desperate need for redemption. What begins as a physical struggle for survival becomes something much deeper. The house tests the characters not merely with dynamite, but with truth. It forces them to confront the parts of themselves they hoped no one would ever uncover. And in doing so, it forces us as viewers to ask the uncomfortable question: what would we do if the walls around us suddenly demanded honesty? The movie masterfully blends psychological tension with high-stakes danger, creating a world where every decision counts. The characters' imperfections are not just side notes, they're central to the plot, shaping the twists that follow them. When the final reveal exposes the traitor within the group, the betrayal hits as hard as any explosion could. It reminds us that the most dangerous traps are not always made of wires and bombs, but of people, choices, and secrets. That's what makes A House of Dynamite stand out from typical thriller films. It's not simply a story about survival. It's a story about accountability. The twist redefines everything we thought we understood. The mastermind's motives, the layout of the house, the clues hidden in plain sight all begin to make sense in retrospect. And the survivors who finally step outside don't just escape a building. They escape a truth that has been chasing them for years. But the film refuses to give us a neat, comfortable ending. Instead, it leaves us with lingering questions. Did they truly deserve a second chance? Was the mastermind cruel or justified? Was justice served, or was it twisted beyond recognition? This ambiguity is what keeps the movie alive in the mind long after the credits roll. It encourages discussion. It sparks debate. It invites viewers to revisit scenes, searching for hidden meanings. And that is exactly what great thrillers are meant to, not just entertain, but challenge. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to appreciate the craftsmanship behind the storytelling. The pacing keeps you on edge without overwhelming you. The cinematography transforms a simple house into a psychological maze. The performances bring vulnerability, fear, and desperation to life in a way that feels painfully real. And the soundtrack, subtle yet powerful, guides your emotions like a heartbeat echoing through each scene. All these elements combine to create a film experience that is both gripping and thought-provoking. If this breakdown helped you understand the story more deeply or opened your eyes to details you may have missed, we're glad you joined us. Your time means a lot to us, and your support helps this channel grow, explore new stories, and continue bringing you high-quality analyses of films that deserve a closer look. And with that, we close the doors of A House of Dynamite. Thank you for staying with us through every twist, every theory, and every revelation. Until our next cinematic expedition, take care and keep exploring stories that spark your imagination. Thanks for watching.